and the other big problem at the club is
Ozil.
Ozil.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very bizarre situation. He's the highest paid player in the club. The contract, we understand, is worth 350,000 sterling or euro, whatever it is, a week. It's you'd expect that player earning the most money in the club to be a leader in the team. It's very, very difficult. I think Emery has left him out, taken him off at half time, done almost everything, but it doesn't seem to be a way of motivating this player, does it? And he is, let's not forget, a World Cup winner with Germany, and a player with a considerable CV.
No, he's a gifted player. There's no doubt about that. And I think in the game against Burnley, I think it was, that we won at home, you had a hand in a couple of the goals. Yeah. But there's no commitment from him, Eamon. You don't get it week in, week out. It's once in a while, and you never count on it. And I don't think Emery is that kind of manager to have players like that in the team.
Yes.
He wants players in the team week in, week out that he knows he can rely on. He knows he's going to get a shift from. He knows they're going to give him everything. And Ozil simply doesn't do that. And you mentioned his salary less, best part of £20 million a year. You could get a couple of really good players for that kind of salary.
You sure?
So it really is a mess, and it's a mess that Emery has inherited, and it's not going to go away unless somehow some miracle buyer comes from somewhere, whether it's from China or whether the Turkish president tells one of the clubs there that they've got to buy him. I can see this problem really festering at Arsenal.
Yeah,
and the word is that Ozil is just shrugging his shoulders, and he doesn't care. So he's not going to respond. He's not like, he hasn't got a character where he would turn around and say, right, I'm going to show these people who doubt me, how good I am. I'm going to train hard. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to work hard for the team. I just don't see him doing that.
And that can have a corrosive effect on the dressing room, on the training ground, can it not? Other players, particularly in this day and age, when a lot of players are mercenaries, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's just the way the game is. They look around, and if they see this guy who's, taking a piss, to be honest, it's not good for morale in the camp.
No, absolutely not. But I think Emery's been brave. He's faced it full on, and he's dropped him, and he didn't take him up to Liverpool. He's left him out. He wasn't on the bench against Fulham. I think he's bombed him. He's basically said he's not for me. And the players will admire that in a coach, that he has stood up to it, especially if the player is not giving 100% in training and in matches. The other players want to see the coach sort it out. So I think Emery's got the players behind him. But as I said, few defenders just not quite up to it. I think we've got goals in the team. I think Lacazette and Aubameyang, if they had a strong defence, they'd be winning matches for the club. So he's going to take a bit of time, and he deserves a bit of time. And what he's shown so far, Emery, I would have said, the majority of Arsenal fans are liking what he's doing.